If horror movies have taught me anything, it's that Native American stuff is always terrifying. Well, not always, but a good deal of ancient native sites are connected to dark legends and reports of paranormal activity. One of the most enigmatic lies below a lake known as a place of mystery. Some believe it serves as a gateway to a parallel universe, and that the area surrounding it is dangerous to all who dare enter. On the lake alone, thousands of ships have either been wrecked or disappeared without a trace. Many of such remain unexplained. This is the story of one of our world's most mysterious places, a place comparable in nature to the Bermuda Triangle, but much less well known. Lake Michigan is enormous. Part of North America's Great Lakes region, it covers more than 22,000 square miles. That's about twice the size of Belgium, and just like Belgium, it should be avoided at all cost. In the late 17th century, North America was being carved up. Though not yet fully explored, English, French and Dutch settlers all fought to establish trade routes across this new land. But there was a major obstacle. The pure size of Lake Michigan made sailing across it unavoidable. So in 1679 a ship set sail on its waters for the first time, a French vessel called Le Griffon. At first their voyage went well, sailing through uncharted waters to reach what is now Green Bay. Here they met new native tribes, who gave them a fortune worth in animal furs. At this point the expedition leader chose to keep going and further explore. But having secured a shipment of fur, the crew chose instead to return home. They set sail immediately, never to be seen again. Along with the ship they were lost in a violent storm, vanishing without a trace. Some said they were ambushed by hostile natives, others that they survived, but slipped away in secret to keep all the furs for themselves. There is no clear consensus, and whatever happened, the first ever voyage across this lake ended in disaster. Generations of treasure hunters have searched for its wreckage below the waves, but no sign of it has ever been found. Le Griffon was just the first of many voyages to find only tragedy on Lake Michigan. In time, part of the lake came to be known as the Michigan Triangle. Although 16 times smaller than the Bermuda Triangle, it is no less mysterious. Everything from UFOs to strange monstrous creatures have been reportedly sighted within the triangle. In 1921, another disappearance brought the lake to a new level of notoriety. It was the Rosa Belle, a large ship used to transport lumber across the lake. On many voyages, the Rosa Belle did this successfully, but just like your dad, it one day set out and never came back. In 1921, she was due to transport a shipment of lumber, but failed to arrive at its destination. Before long, search parties were sent out to find the ship, and find it they did, but not her crew. She was found floating aimlessly far off course. No human was on board, neither living nor dead, and no sign of its crew were ever found. It was as if they had been abducted by aliens. So many people, ships and aircraft have gone missing within the Michigan Triangle that it might not be so absurd to think it is in some way connected with aliens. This map shows the location and frequency of UFO sightings since the year 1905. What's immediately noticeable is that some areas of the US are real hotspots for UFO activity, and some of the most active areas can be found surrounding Lake Michigan. If aliens are real, and let's face it, they probably possibly might be, the Michigan Triangle is as good a UFO stomping ground as any. Dozens of sailors have claimed to witness unexplainable bright lights glowing under the surface, as if something powerful was hidden deep below. And that's not the only kind of light anomaly found here. On a cold 1950 night, 2 police officers reported seeing enormous bright red flashing lights in the sky above Lake Michigan. That night was June 23rd, the date an entire aircraft vanished. Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 2501 was scheduled to fly from New York to Minneapolis, passing through the Michigan Triangle. The most dangerous parts of a flight are takeoff and landing, so passing over a lake is usually no concern to a pilot, but this time was different. For some reason, the pilots requested to descend to a lower altitude while in the triangle. Their request was granted, but it was the last anyone heard of them. The airplane vanished from radar systems soon after. Neither the craft nor any of its 55 passengers were ever found, but as some wreckage was found floating on the lake's surface, all were presumed dead. It's thought that whatever was seen glowing brightly in the sky that night forced the pilots to fly dangerously close to the waves below. But as the light activity was only seen by 2 people, this scenario is unverifiable. We may never know what really happened that night, but like with any mystery of the Michigan Triangle, the explanation is likely hidden below. In the search for answers, many wreckages have been found, including some of the best preserved shipwrecks in the world. Every year more people disappear within the triangle, triggering searches that often see several decade-old wreckages discovered. Entire companies have been built on salvaging wreckage from the lake floor. It was while scanning for wreckages that one of our world's most mysterious historical sites was found. On a shallow segment of the lake, a seemingly man-made arrangement of standing stones was detected. Just 40 feet below the surface, divers confirmed it is indeed a man-made structure. They even found the image of a mastodon carved into one of these stones. That was a giant mammoth-like creature that went extinct about 10,000 years ago. Little is known about this ancient structure, which has since been dubbed America's Stonehenge, and for some reason its exact location has been kept a secret. Given that this mysterious ancient structure lies beneath a lake known for disappearances and strange light anomaly, it wasn't long before people started to question why exactly its location has been kept a secret. Some believe it was discovered to contain an old native curse, or that it serves as a gateway to another universe. And when the gateway opens, it pulls aircraft out of the sky and entire ships underwater. And that brings us back to the opening of this video. Native stuff is genuinely terrifying. It is possible that the Michigan Triangle is purely the stuff of imagination, that the hundreds of disappearances can be put down to unpredictable weather. That would make more sense than aliens or magical gateways. But still, every year onlookers claim to see ghostly ships drifting on the surface of Lake Michigan. Silence but for the tormented screams of those on board. They sail only for a moment before fading back into the fog. We might never know if any of the mysteries are entirely superstitious or entirely real. The only certainty is that yet more strangeness will surely occur.